Hello, everybody. My name is Conor McGilligan. These are my predictions for the Championship 1-24. Get yours in the comment section below. Let's get on to it, shall we? We're going to start from 24th. Sheffield Wednesday, no hope saloon. Unfortunately, Danny Roll leaving. 10 registered players on the books. A stand falling down. Ironically, I think it's Chansiri's stand as well. But it's just chaos, absolute chaos at the minute. An embargo till 2027. Wednesday going down, unfortunately. 23rd, everybody, I've got Preston. I think the level is increasing in the Championship this season, even with the teams that have come up. I'm thoroughly expecting all three of them to stay up, to be honest. Little spoiler there. Preston will struggle. Towards the back end of last season, they fell off an absolute cliff. Reece leaving as well. I think it's going to be big. Daniel Everson coming in is a decent signing. I just think Heckingbottom's going to struggle a little bit to get the utmost quality out of this Preston side to keep them up. I've got them in 23rd. 22nd, look, chaos follows you down, doesn't it? Liam Rosenior leaving when he shouldn't have left. Then looking at Ruben Sayers leaving, of which I don't think should have happened. I think it looked like he was building something. I believed at Hull anyway. He's been chopped and changed. I don't know what you say with Hull. Chaos always starts from the top down. I don't feel that they'll be good enough to stay up this season. I really don't. So I've got Hull in 22nd. And in 21st, everybody, I've got Oxford United. I think Rowett will be able to keep the ship together. I like them retaining the likes of Cummins and Kieran Brown. Kieran Brown had an excellent season last season. I think in tough moments, I think Rowett can make them compact. He's a solid manager at this level. I genuinely believe they'll be able to stay up. They had a few more bodies as well. They'll be absolutely sound, Oxford, I think. But I've got them tentatively in 21st. In 20th, everybody, I've got Wrexham. I think they'll have a decent season. I think that acclimatization and the synergy of all these players when it comes to Hardy, when it comes to Danny Ward, Lewis O'Brien, Connor Cody, Josh Windass, I think it's going to be harder than people think, especially meshing with the current squad. I think there's a bit of a quality difference as well between, the quality of squad and the players that have come in. That's going to take a while to build together, in my opinion. But I think they'll be absolutely fine. Maybe the question mark over Phil Parkinson's head, but if you look at someone like Danny Roll coming in, maybe Wrexham fans, I think that could be a good addition, and I think he's going to be flirting with Wrexham at some point. But it's key for Parkinson, who's shown his fluidity. He did varied last season, two separate formations as well, so he can be tactically fluid. I just wonder if he's got that sharpness to be able to deal with the Championship at this level right now. But I'm sure there'll be a chop and change if he can't. So I've got him in 20th. 19th, I've got Charlton. I don't think there'll be much between these two, to be honest with you. But Nathan Jones took Luton from League One to mid-table Championship. And I think that is kind of like what you look at with Nathan Jones. I think he'll be aiming for like top 10. I'm certain of it. That is Nathan Jones in a nutshell. I think if Charlton were to sit into a low block and go on the break with the likes of, Tyrese Campbell, I think Charlie Kellman coming in, albeit it's not been great at Championship level for him. I think he's developed a lot in League One. I think the home games are going to be so important, like they were with Pompey last season, making them compact, which I think Jones will be able to do. Did it with Luton, be quick on the counter-attack as well. I think they'll be absolutely fine. I've got Charlton in 19th. 18th, QPR. Messy with Marty Cifuentes, really messy. Obviously, Julian Stevens coming in. Really like the addition of Kwame Poku. I thought Birmingham were going to get him. I thought another top side was going to get him, to be honest with you. I think QPR will be absolutely fine. It's just that transition away from Cifuentes, who I thought overall was building something quite good. Julian Stefan, I should say. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see again with QPR on that one. Got him in 18th. 17th, Watford. I don't know with Watford. Could be 6th. Could be 17th. I've absolutely no idea. I liked what was going on with Tom Cleverley. I know towards the back end of the season, there was something like, bottom when it came to like stats and all this sort of stuff. But I like the building project. I think they've got a lot of athleticism, a lot of physicality in that side. Are they going to lose Loser? I don't know, but there's a lot of permutations with this Watford side, but I think they've got more than enough quality to stay up, obviously. It just depends who they get in toward the back end of the window, and it depends how they start, obviously, with Pezzolano, and how's he going to do? I've absolutely no idea. We'll have to wait and see on that one. 16th, Blackburn. They could be lower. Watford probably should be higher when it comes to Blackburn. Blackburn losing the likes of Tyrese Dolan, losing the likes of Rankin Costello, Andreas Weimann, Danny Bart, potentially Callum Britton. I think it's going to be a real season of transition. Blackburn could have been lower, to be honest, but I've got them in 16th. 15th, Stoke, bringing in, Devan Mabama, bringing in who I think is going to be okay for them up top. Has got rave reviews from Manchester City. I think he could be a good option, a physical option up top as well. You look at Cresswell coming in, Berger leaving, obviously, for Hoffenheim, being the Anton Stack replacement for them out there. I think Stoke will be all right this season. Sometimes it takes Robbins a while to get into the season. He's normally a slow starter, but I think Stoke will be absolutely fine towards the back end of the season. 14th, I've got Pompey, Mousinho, Murphy, Lang, Pompey at home, play up Pompey. I think they'll be absolutely fine. They'll develop from last season as well. And I just like Mousinho. I think he's a top manager at this level. He knows exactly what to do in exactly the right moments. His decision-making is absolutely on point. I've got them in 14th. Bristol City, Gerhard Struber coming in. Interesting, man-orientated, likes the long ball. It's all about phases, getting the ball up as quickly as possible, and then fitness-wise, getting up there and pressing in the corners. I believe at Barnsley he had Daryl DK up top. He's now brought Reece in, obviously, from Preston. That could be his marquee man up top. I just think they're going to regress a little bit, going from Liam Manning's heavily slow build-up possession style football to Gerhard Struber's dynamic pressing phase football play. Get it in the corner and we'll rush to it and press on it. I think it's going to be a bit of a transition. I've got them in 13th. Derby County. Look, I really like Eustace. He's brought back Owen Beck. He's brought in Andreas Weimann as well. He's bringing the likely lads back together again, isn't he? And look, I really like what he's been able to build, but the trust is more in Eustace and what he's done before at Blackburn, at Birmingham. He's a top manager at Championship level. He knows how to get the big results as well, knows how to accrue points. I like Eustace, and I think when we've just been speaking about the trickle-down effect at the top at Derby, it looks good as well. But then moving down, just that senior head there, Eustace, massive connection with Derby as well, as we know. I think they'll do well this season, Derby. 11th, I've got West Bromwich Albion. Ryan Mason, I don't know. Ryan Mason, I genuinely don't know. What's he going to do? He's worked under Conte, Mourinho, Carlos Corberán before. They brought in Nat Phillips. I like that signing. George Campbell coming in as well, building up that rear guard. I like that. Decent signings, I think, especially when you look at Nat Phillips. There's an argument that's one of the best signings in the Championship so far. Ryan Mason, once again, apparently, according to Moa, his feedback's been brilliant so far this season. Really communicative with the players. Only 33 years of age. Is he one of the new age football managers, everybody? Like some of these dynamic youngsters coming into the game and taking over. We'll have to wait and see. But I like the appointment of Mason. It's a risk, but it's a risk worth taking. I've got him in 11th. 10th, Borough, no idea. Hayden Morris, Hayden Hackney now staying. I like the composition between Hackney, Morris, Finn Azaz. Conway up top. Look, it was profitable last season, wasn't it? I just don't know. I don't know. Rob Edwards at Forest Green playing a back three really worked. If he's able to do that, if he's able to get a little bit of vigour and a little bit of oomph about him as well. Luton, he looked absolutely beaten up. Looked like he'd just been beaten up several times every time he came on an interview at Luton. He needs to get that sort of verve back that he once had. If he does, Borough might do all right. Who knows? But I've got him in 10th. Swansea, look, Ethan Galbraith. I like that signing from Leyton Orient. Used to be on the Man United books as well. Really like that. I think it's a decent signing. Obviously, they lost Harry Darling. Big player there. And then what did they do? They went out and got Cameron Burgess. I think that's ridiculous. Look at Kone potentially coming in from Wickham as well. What a signing that would be. Just an absolute brute up top. Physical, runs the channels really well. Got a good ball strike on him as well. I think Swansea under Sheehan will be absolutely sound for me. And I think they're going to encroach into that top 10. Coventry. Grimes, Rodoni, Haji Wright down central. Carl Rushworth coming in at the back. Screams to me a good season if you can keep Haji Wright, fit and not wide left, and get rid of Ellis Sims. But if they're able to do that, I don't know with Cov. It's just Lampard. He wasn't able to get over the line with Derby. Wasn't able to get over the line with Chelsea in the cup final. Wasn't able to get over the line with Cov last season when they were the better team. Is he going to be able to do it this season? Will he last this season? I just don't know. I'm just not convinced on Lampard, and that's why I've got him in 8th. Got Millwall in 7th, everybody. I just think consistently now Millwall are just going to be in and around it. I think at home it's a fortress. It's always been a fortress. It's going to be a nightmare for teams to go there. I think now when you look at Alex Neil as well and him getting his sort of finger grips into that Millwall side, they've got to keep all the Tanganga. If they keep all the Tanganga, that's going to be absolutely massive. And I've got a really good feeling about Millwall this year. I think they're going to go close. I've got them in 7th. 6th, Leicester. Mavadidi, Sir Abdul Fatawu, absolutely tearing a pre-season friendly up the other day. They've still got Winks, some quality players in that side. James Justin's another one. I think Leicester will do well this season. If they manage to get Brownhill in as well, obviously out of contract at Burnley, what a signing that would be. But I think Leicester will be okay. I think the player quality will come to the fore, and I think they'll be able to keep hold of more players than you actually think. Norwich, Kvisgaarden coming in. Can they keep hold of Sargent? I like the ball players they've got. Marcelino Nunes has stuck around. Borja Sainz has gone. Johnny Rowe, I believe, has officially gone now as well. but I think they've got a really, really good chance this season. Norwich, Manning coming in as well, possession-heavy style of football. They've got a lot of ball-orientated players. Chris Garden coming in from Bromby, 6.9 million quid. Only Norwich hit that release clause. If they can keep hold of Sargent, that might be absolutely massive. It might even see them go into a front two at points. Who knows? But I like the appointment of Liam Manning. Deserves that step up, which I think Norwich is to Bristol City. Keep an eye on them this season. Chris Davis, Tommy Doyle, Kyogo, Tom Brady. I think Birmingham will do really well this season. I think the unity is there, the team identity is there, the variance, the tactical fluidity from the manager, aggressive, tenacious. He's able to merge things up even when it's not going in the right vein for Birmingham City. We saw that last season. But I think with the additions that they're about to make, there's conversations about them getting Chubarak Pom as well, which would be an unbelievable signing at this level. Still got Jay Stansfield, who definitely is a Championship player, if not a Premier League player. Tommy Doyle, I still think is a sign of the window, to be honest with you. I think that is an outrageous signing. Newman to go at the back as well, looks like a strong defender. Cochrane, I think, is going to make that step up really nicely as well. Ethan Ladd, it'll be interesting to see if he can make that step as well. But obviously they've got Bright, Asayi Samuel in as well to compete there. You know, Awata staying in, being able to keep hold of him, which I think was an unbelievable acquisition in League One. I've got a real good feeling about Birmingham this season. I've got them in fourth. Sheffield United, Ruben Sayers, I think he's going to improve the fitness, their intensity towards the last 20, 25 minutes of games. I think Sheffield United was 17th last season, which is a shocking statistic. Sayers won't let that happen. He will demand fitness if they can keep hold of Hamer. You know, Arblaster coming back in, partnering Sidney Peck in there. I think that's going to be really big. Obviously, they've played together before as well. I believe in the youth setup. Keeping hold of Gus Hamer is going to be massive. Keeping hold of Cooper is going to be massive. But I think they've got enough quality and they've got a manager who's going to demand excellence. And I think that will portray excellence on the pitch as well. I think Sheffield United will be fine in at third for me, which Sheffield United fans might not like. Ipswich and Southampton, I think they're going to be split by a cat's cock hair, to be honest with you. I've got Southampton in top because I like Will Still and how aggressive he is. I think they've still potentially got just a little bit of an edge on quality as well. You know, they're still going to have a midfield as well, of potentially Flynn Downs and Will Smallbone, potentially even Joe Aribo in that midfield, who were unbelievable in the Championship. They're going to add to that as well. Is Matthias Fernandez going to still be there? If he is, it's a cheat code. Same with Tyler Diblin. They've still got Armstrong up top, Archer, who we know is probably going to get 20 goals again, Taylor Harwood Bellis at the back. I think they'll be absolutely fine. I think they will win the league, Southampton. I've got Ipswich in second. I think Ipswich will be good. Once again, Championship-ready bodies, Dar Roche, Sammy Schmodix, Jack Clark, Jacob Greaves, Jaden Philogene, George Hurst, I think up top will do well with the service that's given to him. They need to replace Sam Morsey and that leadership. Obviously now Luong goes out of there as well. Calvin Phillips isn't in there as well. And Jens Kjust, I believe, has moved on as well. So they need to build that midfield. But I think Ipswich will be absolutely fine. They'll make some good additions, in my opinion, towards the end of the window. So, guys, this has been my 15-minute rundown. What do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comment section below. And I'll see you on the other side. Cheers.